Hey guys, it's Ken from KBD Productions TV. I haven't done one of these screen captures in a while, so bear with me. One of my awesome subscribers just asked if I could take him along some of my editing process for one of my videos. So right today I'm basically trying to put together the Jolly Ranchers video that were sent to me by David. So the first thing I do is I go into my hard drive number 3, find out the last job that I did, which was the 3 assorted treats from the UK. I grab the file, the Final Cut Pro file, drag it into my next project because there's so many things already set and ready to go in that file. And so I just hold down Option, it makes a plus sign, I copy it over. Some of the stuff might be really boring to some of you guys, but it's kind of sometimes neat to see how other people work. And then I just do that. So now I have a duplicate copy of this last job that I did. And what I like to do too is because most of these things on this page are all things I need to do, or on this folder. So I usually drag this out because I'm finished with it, and it's down there now. So we are done with the folder system. We are going to actually stay on the folder system for a second longer, because I need to click on or double click on this, and I already have Final Cut Pro open, but this project will now open, and of course it will still be the 3 chocolate bar video. So what I do first is I go through it and delete all the previous stuff out of the timeline, but leave most of the stuff in the timeline, like I'll show you as we go. One other thing too, these are my compressed files. So I shoot these files with my Canon 5D, and Final Cut Pro doesn't like reading those files, so I have to compress them through a compressor, and that takes anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes depending on how long the files are. And I also have 2 WAV files from my new Zoom audio recorder. It also says I'm missing render files, which is fine. I just tab out of that kind of thing. So now that we're here, I like to just quickly go back. I hate typing, so I like to just copy and paste stuff. Go here. I guess that's Command C for copy. Come back here. Duplicate my timeline. And then once it's duplicated, I paste the new title in there. Drag this one into my sequence folder. Sequences folder, and in that is a lot of sequences from all the jobs that I've done. Every once in a while I'll start a new one, but here we go. So I double click that and make sure that this tab is open. I don't need this and I don't need that. So this is where every time I do an effect, just like this one right here, I copy and paste it into this effects tab, and this is where, so I don't have to recreate anything. It's all done. It's all sitting here. All I have to do is grab it and paste it into my new timeline, just in case. Sometimes some of my effects I don't need in every single project, so I'll delete them, and then sometimes I'll forget about them, so I have them stored over there. I don't think I have any bloopers in here, and these are the bars and tones. So I usually delete those. I delete my watermark because it wants me to render when I put footage underneath it. All right, so I'm going to hit Z, which is my zoom tool, and I just double click in there. This is going to be my artwork at the beginning. I'll delete that. And I forgot to take a picture of the bag of Jolly Ranchers before we ate it all, and I threw away the packaging. So I usually take my own picture. Sometimes I forget, and I'll have to go to the internet, type in Jolly Ranchers, click on the Images tab, scroll around till I find the thing closest to the product that I'm reviewing. I click on it. Luckily, it's a PNG already. That's awesome news. That means the background is blanked out. All you see is the art, not a white background. We're going to save image. We're going to save image as Jolly Rancher is fine. A lot of the times I have a folder here called the art folder, and then I have food, and then I'll save it straight into that folder, and that way I can retrieve it later on instead of trying to look for it. Usually you can just do a type search and get it. So we can now import. Go to my art folder, food, Jolly Rancher. Come on, alphabet, nice. There we go. This might be a little tedious for some of you guys, but some of you guys might be really interested in watching this. And I thank you for that. So because it is a Jolly Ranchers on a white background, we're going to have to go into our effects, grab generator, video generator, matte, I think, yeah, color, drag that there. We're going to right click and then add transition, drag this over to about there. This is going to be on top. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just drag that to here. The slug just helps me make sure I'm 15. I've always liked to be 15 frames. The video that I'm doing is all 30 frames a second, and I like to be 15 frames away from the very beginning. That way you don't get any little weird glitches or whatever. Let's zoom in a little bit tighter. I like to have this get out of there halfway through. This is that transition that's called Andy's Swish Pan 2. You can find that on the internet. I believe he gives it out for free. It's a good little effect. And then I import, go back to this folder. This is like our import folder, obviously our effects. I forgot to kind of show you around this program. So this is my browser. This is where all my artwork, video files, and all that stuff go. This is my viewer. This is where I want to see a piece of footage. I just double click, it comes up in here. I can scrub through, grab a piece of footage, and then do effects and stuff to it. This is my canvas. This is where everything's put together so you can see it. Actually, this is where everything's put together in your timeline. This is what your end result will look like. So let's go back to this import. It's Command I for import. Where is it? I guess we're going to go to here. We're going to go to Jolly Rancher. These are our our 4 files that we'll be using. Sometimes I screw up a bunch of times, as you know. I just hit Shift Z and it shows me everything in the timeline. Obviously, it's not very long. That means this is probably all screw up stuff. So we'll be putting some bloopers in today. I usually like to delete things from the last project. So this was that video. So I delete that. This is probably a thumbnail. I keep all my thumbnails in a folder once I've imported them. These are all the pictures from the last time. Sometimes I keep them, sometimes I don't. They're still in a folder somewhere, but I don't want them in this project. So we grab our second one. See how much information is there, how long this is. Okay, good. It's not very long. Okay, so probably this is all screw up. So I'm just going to copy, which was Command C, delete it, go to the end, this is called your playhead, and I Apple V'd it, or Command V'd. And just because I've been doing this so long, I know that the audio on this is going to be loud. We'll probably look at both audios. So this is the audio from my Rode microphone, and I know it's always needs to be -3. So we'll just do this. We have to listen to the first little bit because sometimes I screw up a couple times, and then I use those as my bloopers. So I just hit the 3 buttons I use the most, I guess, are J, K, and L. J is reverse, K is stop, L is forward, or you can hit the space bar. Allentown. And of course, some of the effects are in the wrong spots, and this is not from Glenn Clough. This was from David, so I'll be changing. Hey guys, it's Ken from KBD Productions TV. Welcome back to another Ken Domik food review. It doesn't look like I screw up. So I use B for blade. Trim it there. A is for the pointer tool. And then I highlighted it, copied it, deleted it. Go to the end. I hit the end button. Paste it. I want to see everything to see where I am. Whoops. I might forget to tell you what keys I'm pressing. I apologize. Okay, so we are here. We're going to bump that into right up to there. I usually like zooming right in. So this is where I like my voice to start, is right when these guys zip out. So I'll bump this over to there. There. And this should be here because this technically needs to be with that one. So we might have to move that up. And then I'll double click because this is already set in stone. We can grab that effect. Whoops. Oh, I did get it. Good. So now as it comes across, I'm just hitting the arrow key and it's showing me that it's going to white properly. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this so that the white stays longer. This is supposed to be white. So let's go into here. So I double clicked on that, opened up in viewer, and this is where I can change the parameters of it. So now it should be white underneath. One of the things I like to do is put a drop shadow on anything I use. This looks actually good that it's on an angle, so I'm going to keep it as is. The other effect I add to it is something I've already made a year ago, and I use it to the same day. I call it bugs because that was the first video I used this effect in, where it bounces the artwork to the beat of the music. So let's quickly go in here. I like you saying quickly all the time. So I'm going to double click that. Jolly Ranchers, because of the way the effect affected it, I have to go into Distort, just because I know this stuff already. 33.33. People will be like, how did you know that? Okay, it's a small piece of artwork, unfortunately, so this is why I like to take my own pictures of this stuff. I'm going to have to, you know what? Because this isn't a solid piece of artwork, I'm going to have to probably do that just to see, make sure it comes in. It's just that it's turning gray before it's turning white. Okay. So I need to now change all these parameters, which sucks, but they're all placed in the right spot where these pieces of music hit, because the music is, and it's all set in stone kind of. So what I like to do is go to the very first one. Obviously it's too small. Let's see what it looks like at 100%. So it's still really tiny. So what we can do, it looks like I'm grabbing the wrong thing. There we go. So we're going to have to drag this out to the size that we want, and then we'll have to change the title. So it's up to 262, and then I'll put the next one at 280, and then 262, 262, and do it all along, and then it will bounce at the right spots. I didn't want this video to be crazy long. Let's see how much time we have already clocked. Okay, we'll go a little bit longer. I'll try and get through this as fast as I possibly can. Okay, so what I'll do is stick to 260 even, and I'll copy that. And what I'll do is I'll move to the next point, and then we'll say 280. Enter next, and I just paste. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. And then we go to the next one. Paste. Dude, paste. No. 280. Copy. Move to the next one. This should be no, it's supposed to be 260, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so 260, 280. Dude. This is supposed to be 280. 260. I'm going to copy that. And we're going to move to here. This should be 260. 280. This is tedious, guys. I do this every video that this music plays in anyway. 280. Just paste that to save time. It's all about workflow, people. There we go. So now it should bounce properly. Of course, it's not fully rendered. And for some reason I've dropped my drop shadow. And I'm going to look into the drop shadow and just make it a little bit farther away. Not that far away, dude. 6, and then soften it a bit more. That looks cool. As you can see, it's if you wanted to be really technical, as that bounced, you'd want to move the drop shadow, because right now the drop shadow is bouncing at the same, which is not realistic, but it's just a video.
Guys, it's Ken from...
So first thing I noticed with this footage is that it's the white balance is off. So I'll double click it, go to my effects, go to video filters, drag color. You can either drag it right onto here because I already know I've clicked on it, or you could drag it right onto here if that's what you wanted to do. There's always a few ways of doing things. Go to my 3 colorway. This is my little sample tool. This is white. I usually use this, but I'm also wearing a white shirt. Or there's a white piece on my shirt. And as you can tell, let's see if my... Okay, so another thing you got to watch out for sometimes is your monitor brightness. If it's too dark, you'll think that your footage is dark. You'll try to lighten it up, and of course now it's over saturated lightness, I guess you could say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up the mids just to brighten it up, brighten up the video a bit, and then we can now listen to it.
Hey guys, it's Ken from KBD Productions TV. Welcome back to another Ken Domik food review.
And I hate seeing this here, so I always do that.
Just for you. Today's
and the audio levels are
sent to
fine.
me by David from Allentown, Pennsylvania, I believe it is.
So we're gonna have to change this name. This is a title 3D, so we can just do that. I don't want to use David's last name. We're just going to use his first name, and I'll probably put his channel in there. I just had to look it up. So this is the title 3D, because you can spin it and do all kinds of strange stuff. So I'm just going to thank you, David. So I usually like to have that cheer, the children's cheer, at a specific time.
Welcome back to another Ken Domik food review, just for you.
After just for you, we'll pop that in there.
Just for you. Today's...
And we can also -5 frames. That's when it's just a bit tighter.
Just for you. Today's package was sent to me by David from...
I'm just going to turn it up here. I hope it doesn't affect the volume for you guys.
It is. And he wanted to try all these Jolly Ranchers. It's been sitting...
So this is where I usually have something pop in. What I'm going to do is just delete that from the last project. This is that... I didn't take a picture. Oh yeah, I'll probably leave this one in just because it's the same picture I used for the last couple videos. And I'm not sure why there's a little cheer there. This is probably where I'm either opening the bag or I'm talking or chewing, and that's probably where I'll put this. I'll just put it there for now. I'm not sure what this thing is. Oh, it's the camera, and this was the drum down, right? Now I remember. So I'll probably put that with that one just for now. Yeah, so I'm chewing. So this is why I put stuff like this in these spots, because it's boring just to stand there and watch me chew something. So I usually put data, information, stats, all kinds of stuff like that. So right now I'm just quickly scanning through it to make this as fast. And there's Sammy in the background. Look at that. Look at that dog. Always needs to be in my videos. Doing a little stretch. He doesn't like the sound of... Here's a little tidbit of information. Sam does not like the sound of paper. So you can tell I'm opening up papery type things, and he went and hid under a table. The dog lives in fear of paper. Oh, he's out now. So this has got to... You know what? Let's put that in, just to show you this slide effect. So I go to the beginning of the drum. I'll go and grab our artwork, which was Jolly Rancher. We're going to have to pivot it. So if I just click on it, it highlights it here. If I put my mouse near an edge of this, I can click and drag it. And then we'll make it nice and somewhat square. And then I can now just click the edge, drag it smaller so it fits here without being over top of me or the product I'm holding. And once again, we're going to double click on it. Click on motion, click on drop shadow, puts a nice little drop shadow there. Okay, so now we need to have it slide in. I'm going to, this is center, click, put a waypoint there, or a key point, key marker, do +12, because I like it to slide in for 12 frames. Go back one, drag that over there. Done. So now as we come up to it,
in my living room for about
in.
2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, and Ben has been like bugging me to open these because he wants to eat them. So let's get into this so Ben can eat the rest. I don't remember the last time I had a Jolly Rancher.
It has been a long time since I've had a Jolly Rancher. So I'm going to slide out to be about 16 seconds long. The out, what I do is I bump it up to the last part. I'm minus 13 frames. You'll see why. For some reason, the last frame doesn't really exist. So you have to say minus 13. Minus 13. There you go, buddy. Just making sure that this is the right, I'm on the right thingy. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to put a key point, +12, key point, drag it out, side, and there you go. There's the slide-in effect.
In my living room for about 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, and Ben has been like bugging me to open these because he wants to eat them. So let's get into this.
And then when we get to the end, it will slide out. And that's that. This is going to come in at the right time. I don't have any other... I talk about the flavors, so I don't necessarily need to put those in. Let's just get to the very end. See what I say. So I hit B for blade.
Guys, for watching KBD Productions TV. Ken out. Bye. Boop.
I usually don't boop on these videos, but sometimes I forget what I'm doing because I do too many videos. So I just highlighted that. I'm going to delete it. I'm just going to drag. Obviously, that was from the old project. Don't need it. This was this is my two share titles. Oh, sorry, no, it's my mailing address. So I'll probably double click on that, which was the Glenn Clough thing. Change it to David. Whoops. Apply, because I probably think David's somewhere in this little area.
Taste and textures and all that. But those two, the cherry and the blue raspberry, are my favorites. You can pretty much do it with the apple, and they're not bad.
Just trying to find it.
The more of this, the watermelon or the apple flavor. Just those two, double thumbs up for me. I'd like to think.
So I'm going to say David. So I'm going to drag that over.
Very much, David, for spending the time and money to send me a huge bag of Jolly Ranchers. It cost him like over $12 to send the bag, plus the cost of the Jolly Ranchers.
David rocks. Okay. So this is my outro stuff. So I usually have two thumbnails for two other videos that people can watch that they possibly didn't know that I did. So right now I'm just going to delete them because I put them in the last video. I usually put this ice flow music on the outro, right bumping up to where I say boop. We might want to listen to this just in case I did something silly and funny. Let's see if I did.
Hey guys, it's Ken.
Oh, and it's really loud, so let's bump that down to -3. And I'm watching my meters. I like my meters to be around there.
KBD Productions TV, what?
Which is -6. See?
My voice cracked. Loser.
So we'll use that as a blooper. We'll blade there, delete that. We can go to our effects folder, go and grab our bars and tones, paste that right there, drag that right there, and see if I have any more bloopers for you guys. Just because I've been doing this for a long time, I know obviously I haven't done any bloopers up to this point. This is probably where the blooper is.
Below, so let me know. in the below, because you know.
See, that was like a really silly blooper, but you guys seem to like them. So what we'll do is we'll cut it about there. Always cut it between a couple words. I just copied that, pasted it again, drag that to there. See if I have any more bloopers for you guys.
Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hey guys, it's Kevin.
And again, I probably make the blooper right up here.
In the description, so let me know in the comments below. Sunny.
And the cat is rubbing up against the tripod.
Sunny. Hey guys, it's
We might use that for the ending. We'll
put
use
your channel in the description, so let me know.
We'll cut it there for now. See what else is going on here.
What about you? Hey guys, it's Canon Vixia Productions TV. Welcome back to Canon Food Review just for you. Today is a special gift from David, Pennsylvania. I think it is Allentown.
That's not really a good blooper. It's more funny when I'm a
pretty sure
noob.
PA is Pennsylvania. I'm gonna go check.
Oh goodness, I'm so funny. Let's just do that, and then I'll put this one here, this one here. I might delete one of these bloopers. We'll just check to see how it flows. Paste, drag that to there. Paste, drag that to there. Let's see how these bloopers work for us.
Hey guys, it's Ken from KVD Productions TV. What? My voice cracked. Loser. YouTube channel in the description below, so let me know in the below, because you know. From Allentown, Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure PA is Pennsylvania. I'm gonna go check. Channel in the description, so let me know.
That worked.
In the comments below. Sunny. Don't touch the tripod. Sunny.
She got all affectionate.
Hey guys, it's
and that will be the end of it. So what I like to do is grab all this ending stuff and artwork, drag it over until the end is right there. That should line up nicely with that effect that I have. I got this effect from Flotility. What's it called? It's called Flotility. And let's
plus
check
the
it
cost of the Jolly Rancher. So
I usually like to have, I'll probably just kill this, knock this down a little bit. This was my address. So I can highlight both of those, do a Command T, and it will put the effects right on top. Because my bloopers are longer than the last time, I need to drag my subscribe button and this stuff over a little bit. I've timed my subscribe button. I should just make my animation longer. I just haven't had time to do it. So what I do is I copy paste it and then just drag out what I don't need. And this needs to go to there. That needs to go there. And it's not lining up. And now it lines up as I zoom in. Let's delete that. Delete that. Drag it out a bit. We're going to have to move that -5. And then I'm going to have to click an Apple T, oops, Command T, and that should be it. This was another blooper, it looks like.
Allentown.
Yeah, it's not a good blooper. So we'll just delete that, and it is pretty much done. Now I just drag out my watermark. The watermark is very important, guys, if you're making videos, because people do steal your videos. Whoops. I'm Apple V to paste, and I noticed it pasted over top of stuff, so I undid, which was Apple or Command Z. I'm going to put a fade out there, and I'll show you why. So right now that's my watermark, and like I said, it's important to have a watermark because people will see that this does not belong to the person who stole your video, and they'll email you and say, hey, so-and-so stole your videos. Actually, I'm going to take that off because I don't want my watermark to be in the way of this stuff. So I usually stop my watermark when I get to there. So I fade out my watermark and it goes to all this stuff. I'm zooming out, dragging out some more of that. And it is all done, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy this one was. It is possible I would spend more time on this one, but I've run out of time for editing this. So right now it is done as best as I want it to be. So I just did an Apple A. Every once in a while, I should have showed you this before, but I always do. I'm sorry, I keep calling it Apple, but it's Command A selects all. Command S saves the project. And then Command R will render the project. Back in the day, when Mac computers just sometimes couldn't handle when you go into render, a lot of times when you went to render, it would crash your program once in a while, depending on how big the project was and all that. So I just, for the last probably 8 years, that's just something that's been driven into my head. I always Command ASR. So Command A is select all, Command S always before I rendered, because often you'd forget to save back in the day, and you learn your lesson pretty quick when you just lost an hour or 2 hours of work because you went to render before you saved, and you lose everything because it just crashes everything. So always save before you render. Save multiple times as you're doing your project just to be safe. You will forget, you will learn your lesson, and it sucks. It's a sucky, crappy lesson. One thing I just remembered, I'm going to cancel out of that for a second, is I will probably, over time, there's no reason why these are on different levels. I usually like them on the same level, is I'll select that, hold Command, drag over those two, copy it, just to add some more video editing expertise, just to keep you interested, I guess, because I am just eating. Look at that. I'm picking it out of my teeth as we speak. We'll leave it on that shot right there because that's just lovely. All right, guys, so that is the finished product. That is me editing one of my videos just for you. You guys wanted it. I'm giving it to you. And that only took about 35 minutes. But it's going to take probably another 10 minutes or more to render this, export it. Then I have to compress it, put it up on YouTube. All right, guys, thanks for watching KBD Productions TV. Ken out. Bye, guys.